After posting the last video about my terraforming that I did, I came back online to this suspicious message from a fellow Nodenium member. I knew something fishy is about to happen.
You have a problem at your base.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, this is the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out.
What's here? I don't understand. Oh! What?
Ta-da!
How long did this take you?
Overnight?
That is crazy.
Or should I say, overnight? I saw the comment. Someone told you to do a BatCave and you wouldn't do it. So I did it for you.
This looks great.
Just this. I hope you're going to keep it because this is not feasible. And it took quite some time and effort and materials.
No, I'll keep this. I'll keep this for sure. Okay, so I finished uploading yesterday's video, and he watched it, came online, and built this whole thing overnight. I don't know how he did it, but I'm really impressed with what he did here. There's a lot of cool stuff here that I could continue building up if I want to in the future, and I really like his design on the Batmobile. This is really cool. And I also asked for his head here to put inside of one of these glass casings in the future perhaps. But yeah, now it's time for us to focus on today's video. So the portal competition is ending this week, and I'll be building my portal, and I need a lot of materials for it. So yeah, we're just gonna start gathering all of the materials that we need and start building the portal. So I have 23 different main blocks that I have to collect, which is why I'm in the shopping district right now, because I can get most of it here. This saves me a lot of time. So the first stop that I made was to get some logs in the wood shop. So I need 6 different types of log, and I can get a shulker full of logs for just 9 diamonds here. Pretty good deal, I think. So that's 6 blocks that I need completely gone right out of the gate. The next thing that I need is grow lichen. This is a pretty important block since it'll light up basically the whole main build itself. It's located inside of this cool cave shop. The next thing that I need is to strip 2 different types of wood, oak wood and mangrove. All in all, pretty easy so far. One of the hardest things to get is the glowstone. Luckily, someone built a witch farm. My friend Tommy here made the whole farm by himself, but it's gonna take 2 to 3 days of AFKing at this spot right here. So I'll come back to this later on. The next 2 materials that I need is sand and sandstone. And thankfully, we have a dedicated spot to collect these 2 materials. I love mining sandstones because it's pretty much an insta mine. So it was pretty quick for me to get 3 shulker boxes of sand and sandstones. There's also a mesa biome next to the sand biome, which houses the next material that I need, which is terracotta. I needed 6 stacks of terracotta, and it was pretty easy to get. After getting the sand, I converted them into concrete powders. I needed to get red, black, and gray concretes. The first thing that I did was to go to the river next to my base and try to convert it there, but I quickly realized that it wasn't really efficient. All the blocks would get everywhere and take too much time if I have to convert 3 shulker boxes of concrete. Luckily, my friend Joey has built a concrete farm. It's pretty nice to have friends, huh? Joey showed me how to use this concrete farm. It's pretty simple actually. You just stand inside, hold your right and left mouse button. There's a few stragglers that managed to get on top of the machine, but it's much better than what I had before. And after 20 minutes of doing this, I managed to get all of the materials that I need. The next place that I had to visit is the nether. I'm not too fond of going to the nether, but this was pretty painless. I just needed to get netherrack and soul sand, and they happened to be next to each other. Then I went back to my base to get some brown mushroom blocks. Fortunately, next to my base, there's a woodlands biome. I just needed to find naturally generating brown mushrooms and basically harvest it. Surprisingly, 5 or 6 of them is enough for 6 stacks. And after 2 days, I went back to the witch farm and collected the 2 shulker boxes of glowstone that I need. That's basically all of the main materials that I need for this huge project. Okay, so I got everything I need right here. There's a lot of stuff here, but I also want to show you guys something. Don't mind the shulker boxes inside. You didn't see that. So if we head to the nether portal right here. Alright, I'm gonna look down because I don't want to spoil anything. I'm gonna do a grand reveal of everyone's portal at the end. Right here, if you notice, I removed the fog from the nether because it was getting really hard for me to see. But also this build is gonna be super big. That it's gonna be covering a lot of space. And if I have the fog on, I won't be able to see my moon. Anyways, we have a slight issue here. So apparently, without spoiling anything, let me use this concrete block right here. So my portal is right here, let's say. And then like 30 to 40 blocks is another member's portal. And then there's another one right behind them. And they're both in the competition. So most of my build is going to be covering what they're building, which I kind of feel bad. And I did not know that this was going to happen. So hopefully when this competition is all done, we can try and connect all of our portal designs. So that way they all look cohesive and try to make it better. Hopefully that works out in the end. But yeah, let's start building our portal. Alright, we're pretty much done with the whole area here. So I basically created this bloody river and a mountain surrounding it. And I hit some glowstones underneath it to give this glowing effect. I'm just kidding. We're not even halfway done. We still got so much work to do. And if you're new here, welcome. I really like to make projects that takes forever to build. That is so terrifying. But yeah, this is the final design for the portal right here. The only thing we need to do left is just to put this portal inside of its mouth and then cover it up with either walls in front or maybe a banner to cover up the glow. But yeah, we're pretty much done right here. There's a lot of texture here, a lot of work. So yeah, let me break it down to you guys real quick. So this project was based on an image that I found on Pinterest. Let me put it up right now. And I try to do it one for one, basically. We have the mountains right here on the side of it. We have the bloody river on the ground. Sadly, it's not spawn proofed, so a lot of mobs are going to spawn here. It was pretty hard for me to find out like how to make it glowy. I tried to use redstone blocks at first. But yeah, the texture on redstone blocks are a bit too weird. Let me show you guys. It has too much detail on it, right, for a project this big. But I really like the brightness of it. But another challenge for me was to transition between the river and basically the rest of the end, right? So how do I stop with the river area? And the best way that I could come up was just to slowly transition it with slabs and then have a bit of red carpets all around and brown carpets to simulate it. Kind of like stopping right here. Yeah, I do have a lot of rocks in this area as well, just to give it a bit more detail to the river. But yeah, let me talk about the main thing, which is the moon. So it took a lot of work to get it right. The shape and the face, the expression, that was really hard to do. And the shading was super tough. I had a lot of help with the shading. Joey, who's done a lot of great work in the server, he's done a lot of organic builds. He helped me with this process right here. And it's really messy when you look at it up close, but it's not meant to be looked up close, right? So I'm kind of fine with that. But yeah, I thought a lot about the design that I want to do for this portal right here. I originally wanted to do like a gothic monument or like a statue, but I wanted to do something that's out of my comfort zone, and I've never done organics before. And I saw this cool reference on Pinterest and I just took the opportunity. I feel like it kind of suits the lore a bit where it's gothic, but it has this dark fantasy vibe, and I think this kind of blends in with that Elden Ring style that I'm trying to achieve here. But yeah, I think it makes sense that you enter towards the species mouth and then you get transported into another dimension. Just in like the Elden Ring games or the Soul series where there's like a mimic chest and then you get teleported somewhere else. I think this makes sense. But what do you guys think? Let me know. So let's just move the portal real quick, Cover the back part with some wool so I don't fall down to my death. Cover the top part. And light it up. That should be good. Let's see how it looks from a distance. I think that... Let's see here. Ooh, I think it hides it pretty well. It's not perfect by any means. Did I miss a spot or something? Oh yeah, I did miss a spot right here. Now let's see again how it looks from a distance. Oh yeah, that's pretty damn good, I think. Let's look at it from the side a bit. Yeah, I don't mind that, honestly. I mean, most people are gonna come from this shopping district right here. So that hides it pretty well. And the little glow kind of indicates where they can enter towards the portal. So it is a bit of a challenge to get in here, but I don't really mind it, honestly. So now let me show you guys the portal that the other members has been working on. So first up right here we have Lottie. Her base is themed around dinosaurs, and she built like a giant dinosaur in her base. So she built this kind of cyberpunk-ish dinosaur, which is really cool, and you can see the smoke coming out of the nose and everything. Yeah, and it has a lot of like steampunk element to it. I think she's also doing steampunk as her base this season. And right across my portal, I believe we have Tadoki's portal. I really love this one. It's super creative. So it's kind of like an advertisement to visit his base, and he even detailed the back part of it, which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, I really like the colors in this one. And then the next one is Jesper. I believe I've showed this one already. It's basically a fish slamming into a house, which is super creative as well. His base is also themed around an animal. But yeah, that's super cool as well. And then another one that I've showcased before is Kerplunctus. His base is basically organics, greenery, and kind of like an alien element to it, which is really fitting with what he's doing here. And I really like the floating particles right here. Candles, glass pane. Super cool, super cool. And right next to my portal here, this is the two portals that I was mentioning before. One of them is Carson's. Carson is probably the best detailer in the whole server. He's really good at detailing small stuff like this and making everything look cohesive. I think this is a silo. He has this cute little straw man. His portal is basically inside the silo, which is super cool as well. He has his tractor right here. And right next to him, we have Tommy. Tommy is doing a Japanese cyberpunk theme base this season. He built this train station. It's super cool. I think his portal is supposed to be inside here. Oh, no. It's not. Could it be here? No, it's right here. I think his plan is to eventually connect it to Carson's base right here. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to them and ask if we could also connect it to my portal. But I think that's most of the portals that's done. And I think they extended the competition till next week, because a lot of people have been busy lately. But there's one more portal that I have to show for sure. So this is Joey's, but he didn't build it for the competition. He built it way before that. Therefore, it doesn't count for the competition, which kind of sucks. But he has a portal in mind that he's going to build soon. But this is what he has so far. And this is really incredible. If you've been around Reddit a lot, you've probably seen this before. And I just had to show this off. I think this portal is supposed to house his gallery. So he's building like a gallery in the server for all of the organics that he's building. And I really want to contribute for that gallery as well in the future. But yeah, that's all the time that I have for this episode. I'm really proud with what I built. It was really interesting. It was something new. And that's what my channel is really all about, is for me to try something new and try to teach you guys my process as well. And I want to say thank you again for all the support that you guys have given me. If you enjoy these videos, please consider subscribing. It really helps out a small channel like mine. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.